Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm VHS, and we're going to be reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem today. I love Ninja Turtles, have for a long time, unfortunately, because I am an old man at this point, I think. But anyway, it's definitely, it goes way back to the 80s with the cartoon, the original movies, the comic strip. I had the toys, I had the sewer playset, I had the party van, I had all the figures. Big TMNT fan. So, had to go and see this movie. It's directed by Jeff Rowe and Kyler Spears. We got the writers Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg and Jeff Rowe. That worried me a little bit, but at the same time, they're of the same age, so I'm assuming they were also big fans when they were kids, so they did have that fan love to bring a lot of these characters to light, which they did. You get a lot of characters we have never had before, like Baxter Stockman. Let's see, Rose Byrne plays Leatherhead, which was kind of weird, but it was okay, I guess. Who else? Wingnut, that was another fun one. Mondo Gecko, you get Paul Rudd playing Mondo Gecko, which was awesome. He kind of stole the show a little bit there. Post Malone plays Ray Fillet, and I guess even fucking Mr. Beast found his way into this fucking movie. Good for him, But overall, I liked it. Another thing I liked that they did try, which was new, was the casting of the Turtles, the voice actors of the Turtles. They were all actual teenagers. I liked that. It worked. I didn't know that going in until I saw it, and I was like, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so it makes sense, and it worked. And those kids did a really good job of purveying this chemistry that a group of 4 turtle brothers should have. So I don't know if that was because they were all actually recording the voiceovers in the same room at the same time or not, but it seemed like that because the chemistry, they just worked really well together, I think. So that was pretty awesome. So with them being teenagers, though, you gotta think that they're kind of no-names. We need some star power in this movie to sell the tickets, I guess. But set aside the fact that it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you got a huge fan base already that'll probably see it, so you didn't necessarily need to go in and hire all these big stars. You could have gone with some real voice actors, in my opinion, but it's neither here nor there, I guess. Whatever, it's Hollywood. They're always casting actors in these roles now. Then we got Jackie Chan as Master Splinter, who kind of plays more of your father figure type instead of a sensei, so to speak. And one thing I didn't like, they do change some things in this movie, obviously. One thing I really wasn't crazy about was how the Turtles apparently learn how to do karate and their martial arts through watching YouTube videos. I guess that is what the modern Ninja Turtles would do, but that's not the story I know. I know it's times are changing, things change. And this is a more modernized version, I guess, or some would say woke. It was a fun movie. Some of the jokes were kind of hit or miss. Even though they did bring these cool characters, like Bebop and Rocksteady, Leatherhead, Mondo Gecko, Ray Fillet, they really felt kind of underutilized. I felt like Bebop and Rocksteady, because Bebop was Seth Rogen and Rocksteady is John Cena. When I heard that, I thought that would have those characters would have interacted a lot more and been a little funnier. The story overall was kind of weak. We find that Baxter Stockman, who's voiced by Giancarlo Esposito, is in it for like 2 seconds, and then his creation Superfly, who is voiced by Ice Cube, takes over basically and takes on the role of the Baxter Stockman character we would know from previous storylines. And Ice Cube does a great job. He was funny, he was scary, and did a really good job. The Turtles, of course, they're looking to be accepted, so that's kind of the main drive to get them out. They want to interact, so that's how they end up running into April, who in this one is a teenage girl who writes for her school paper rather than a news journalist news anchor on TV. There's this puke scene where she just pukes and pukes. It's really weird. I mean, it's a little gross even for an animated movie. I was like, and it's a little gross even for an animated movie. But, and then that kind of becomes this running gag along with nipples. There's this nipples thing because Master Splinter is obsessed with, he's like, they will milk you, but we don't have nipples. And that becomes a kind of a running joke, which the last joke of that series of nipples joke is the only one that made me laugh, but they tried. There's the scene where they kind of rip off that D-Day beach landing scene from Saving Private Ryan where time slows down and Mondo Gecko's tail gets ripped off and somebody picks it up and he's like, and it's in slow motion. It's okay. It grows back. That was pretty funny. Okay. I thought that was good. And Saving Private Ryan is one of my favorite movies. But Seth Rogen seems to love to do this because they did the exact same thing in Wiener movie. What the fuck was it called? It's so dumb. Fuck, what is that? What is Wiener? Yeah, anyway, who cares? It was that dumb Seth Rogen Wiener movie. Anyway. But yeah, they did the same exact thing in that movie. The Turtles need to take on Superfly, who wants to destroy all humans, as they discover. And too easily, in my opinion, the Turtles turn Superfly's whole gang, like, against him by saying, oh, hey, come live with us. It just seemed like lazy writing to me. And I was like, that was it. Because some of them I could get. Like Mondo just seemed like he's just the cool dude that just hangs out with the bad guys. But the rest were just like, okay. So, but yeah, like I said, I just felt like lazy writing and storytelling. So, and a way to get to the climax a little faster, which then Superfly becomes Super Duper Fly, which was pretty interesting. Kind of reminded me of Super Shredder from the first movie. And that leads to, like, some of these scenes get pretty intense during that part, actually. Most of the fight scenes I found pretty interesting. I found also the animation to be really cool. I thought different. I guess it's in the style of the Spider-Verse, apparently. Very comic-y, kind of little choppy, and to me, it gave me a little bit of a stop-motion vibe, and I love stop-motion. Overall, it gets dark in some parts, but not too dark. But I'm pretty sure I remember seeing Splinter stab bad guy in the face with a sword. And people die in this movie. Yeah, people do die, so there's that. Another thing I didn't like, they made Splinter a generic New York sewer rat who just stumbles upon these turtles and ooze, and he gets the ooze on himself, and then I missed the original origin story. It's getting pretty nitpicky, but I'm sure that's going to be a lot of, especially the old fans' complaints, as they changed a lot. But they didn't change so much that it put me off. I liked it. I thought it was fairly well put together. It's not perfect. Not going to win any Oscars. But it was a good, fun movie. You could probably bring your 10-year-old to, or maybe a 7, 8-year-old. So the climax, that part was pretty intense. Like I said, they beat the bad guy. The city accepts the turtles, and then at the end, it ends in a weird way. This is also something I wasn't totally crazy about because it changes the whole dynamic of the idea of the Ninja Turtles, in my opinion, where the city knows them. They know who they are now. They accept them. The guys put on clothes like normal teenagers do, like clothes, like regular clothes, no. And then they take off their masks. And then they're just four regular mutant teenage turtles without the ninja part, I guess. So, all in all, decent movie. Have you seen it? Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'm VHS. This is VHS Pixflix. Thanks for tuning in. If you're nostalgic like me, then I suggest you watch this video here. 10 1990s movies you probably forgot existed. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you later.